Well, the Waterford Young Arts Critics is a group of teenagers from 13 to 17 years of age. And as a group, they all have their say in deciding what they want to do, whether it's going to see an exhibition or maybe asking professionals in their field to talk about their line of work. They do a lot of things, and I am delighted to be joined by one of them on the phone, Sean Crowe. Sean, how are you doing?
About as well as I can be, considering everything that's going on.
Yeah. Look, tell me a little bit about yourself.
There's not really much to tell. I am interested in music and internet culture or computers. I actually don't do art myself in school, but the Art Critics has been really enjoyable for someone like me.
Okay, so talk to me a little bit about this Art Critics programme. How did you hear about it?
I heard about it through my friend actually wanted to go, and she just didn't want to go alone, so I went with her and ended up enjoying the night, so we stuck with it.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you say go, this is coordinated by Garter Lane, right? So where did you go exactly? How did you kind of get yourselves in this situation, or what happened when you went along?
There were flyers put up around my school to advertise it, and it was completely free. It just said to go to the Garter Lane Theatre, so we went there for an exhibition that was on. I can't remember quite the exhibition, but it was February of last year, I believe. And it ended up being a really interesting night.
So what was interesting about it? What did you enjoy about it, maybe that you didn't expect to enjoy? Just the pieces that were up were very... it wasn't just paintings, it was actual full pieces that had a whole story behind them with the artists as well. And you were saying you don't do art yourself, but has it given you an appreciation for art?
It has, because it's not all just traditional like paintings. We've done classes on photography, on stop motion. We did a workshop with kind of juggling.
Oh, cool.
A few weeks ago as well.
How did you find that?
It was interesting.
Okay, were you able to do it?
In the end, I was able to throw it about 2 or 3 times.
I've tried juggling loads of times. It's really, really hard. So the idea of this is then that you're signed up to this programme through Garter Lane, the Young Critics. How many of you are there?
It varies from night to night, but usually there's about 5 of us. Okay.
Now, obviously, Garter Lane, like many places, is closed to the public at the moment because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So how does it work now? Are you still having online interactions?
Yeah, we've had... there's been one meeting on Zoom, and we have a WhatsApp group that we would text into for any meetings.
So what kind of stuff have you been discussing then? What kind of things have you been discussing on Zoom and on the WhatsApp group?
Really just what we're going to do if the quarantine keeps up, and how we're going to manage our further projects.
Okay. And
we have an exhibition that we usually do at the end of the year. We're not really sure what to do with that now.
Mm-hmm. So is this an exhibition of your own work, or is this an exhibition of other work that you were going to critique?
It's usually stuff we make ourselves that represents what we've done throughout the year. Like last year we did a big show in early June that has a stop motion video we made and a few pictures along the wall that were taken professionally. Okay.
So have you come up with any solutions? Because I've interviewed a lot of people who have come up with really creative ways to bring the arts online, and I'm sure you guys are very creative as well.
We are still trying to work it out. We're not entirely sure of what we're going to do with it yet. We've been thinking of, for the cultural quarter, we were asked to do some events for it, but since obviously that's not happening for Cronulla Nogue, we're wondering if we could do something online for that, but we're still not sure kind of how to go about it.
But it's good that you're talking back and forth, isn't it, and discussing these things and sharing ideas and brainstorming as well.
Yeah, it's still a good way to come up with solutions to kind of work around everything that's happening.
Exactly. Now, you're also doing your Leaving Cert course, it's still going ahead in June. How are you feeling about all that?
Uncertain. It's a very strange situation.
Now, obviously, your teachers are giving you plenty of work to do. I've spoken to a few secondary school teachers. So, like, do you still have that kind of structure to your day where you're getting up and logging into classes, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we have, the way we're doing it, I go to school in the Abbey in Ferrybank, and we have Microsoft Office set up. So we usually have a team for each class, and the teacher will put in work in the morning or maybe at the start of the week to be done for the end of the week. And it's all running fairly usually. Obviously, it's not as structured as a normal school day, but it's still like we're getting around the same amount of work done, and it all works fairly smoothly.
Okay. I presume that you want the Leaving Cert to go ahead, and your friends do too. I mean, I'd imagine that's the thinking on it, is it? That you want this year to kind of be done as it should be?
It's very split opinions. I would rather have the actual Leaving Cert go ahead, but then a few of my friends want for, what's the word? For the presumed grades to go.
Okay,
so
all
they take
right.
your work throughout the year and give
like
you
a kind of
grade
a continuous assessment kind of a grade, is it?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
I just don't feel that's an accurate representation of how much work you've done over the years, because like you don't know the circumstances behind a class exam, or if students maybe had like problems at home that they were going through, and maybe they weren't doing the best they could in the school year.
Yeah, that's a valid point as well, actually, isn't it? And do you miss the camaraderie of seeing your friends every day, or are you kind of, replacing that with online interaction?
We are texting a lot, but it's obviously not the same as going to see them every day, and we're not really talking as often as we would be if we were seeing each other in school that much. And since now we can't even go outside of school, it's very
it's a strange
isolating.
one. Yeah, of course. And look, it's something that everyone's going to look back on and think, my God, remember 2020? What a strange time that was. Sean, where can people find out more finally about the Young Critics programme and the Young Arts Critics and what you do?
We have a section on the Garter Lane website, so www.garterlane.ie, where it shows information and it tells you how to sign up. And it's completely free. There's absolutely no point where you'd have to pay anything. Garter Lane provide for everything. The people who run it, Sandra and Neil, they're lovely people, great to work with. Just garterlane.ie really.
Is it something you're glad you got involved with, even though I know like maybe it wasn't something you were originally thinking about? Yeah,
it is. My last year and a half would be very different if I hadn't joined it.
Okay, and you made friends through it?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously everything is in a bit of limbo at the moment, but I know Garter Lane are making a real effort to put things online. Last week I heard about an exhibition Blue that they've put online through the Arts Council. So I'm sure between you and your friends you'll figure out ways of expressing your creativity over the next while. But listen, it was really lovely to talk to you, Sean. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's lovely to talk to you too.
Okay, and best of luck with everything. I hope it all works out no matter what. Okay, thanks, Sean.
See you.
So that's Sean Crowe there, a young critic with Garter Lane.